Illinois lawmakers are trying to ban Grand Theft Auto or GTA for basically causing a spike of carjackings in real life. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really mimic the things that I do in video games. And if I did, I probably would have been laid by now. But point aside, we're going to look into this article by Fox, which basically says that lawmakers are trying to get the game banned. So the article is written by Fox 32, which I guess is a subset of Fox and their brand, but it's in Chicago. And basically this is where they're having problems, is Chicago, with a bunch of carjackings from teenagers who play GTA. The article starts off saying, people have been saying for months now that teens are running around Chicago carjacking motorists like it's a video game. But now local lawmakers are doubling down on that idea, saying video game Grand Theft Auto should be banned. Philanthropist Early Walker says violent video games like GTA could be influencing their young minds. I swear, I was playing Vice City when I was 8, and look how I turned out. Yeah, exactly. So they included this nice video to go along with the entire shebackle and all of this article that we're gonna take a look at.
In just the last few days, 3 teens have been arrested for carjackings in Chicago. People have been saying for months now that teens are running around the city and carjacking people like it's a video game.
I would just like to point out real quick that this video clip actually is from a GTA RP server known as NoPixel. Now, if you guys don't know what GTA RP is, it's basically a bunch of people, like 150 people or so, who populate a GTA server, and they basically role play. I mean, you can be a cop, you can steal cars, carjack, you know, or you can just, you know, run around and just be a typical citizen. But they're very strict. If you mess up the role play, they will ban you. But point aside, I actually found this stupid article from a post on Twitter stating that they used his clip, which is the clip we're looking at right now, which is a GTA RP streamer's clip, to basically use it as B-roll and support their stance on carjackings being influenced by GTA somehow. I don't know. Some people are so dumb, I swear.
But now local lawmakers are doubling down on that idea, saying that video game should be banned.
Tia Ewing has more.
The carjacking suspects aren't even old enough to drive.
To survive, they have to set up and pull off a series of increasingly audacious heists.
Listen, dude, I was trying to see him actually do the move, man. I'm not trying to say that I condone all of this carjacking and stuff, but they're getting away with a lot of it, so it seems like they're pretty skilled. Now, I'm not saying I support it, but they're skilled.
Philanthropist Early Walker says violent video games like Grand Theft Auto could be influencing their young minds.
They say that they're mimicking the game, but I'm pretty sure the guys aren't leaning across a Dodge Charger with a mini Uzi and just spraying at random people. So that's a bit misleading to use that as B-roll, ain't it, Fox?
An expert told us the game can be the cause of violence, but it isn't the only factor.
Should it be banned? I think so. However, there's probably lots of reasons for theft and lots of reasons for violence.
Listen, I just want to point out that this man is on his last limb. I'm pretty sure he's on 1% battery. Like, are we really going to listen to Edward over here, who was standing in line in 1929 to get bread in the Great Depression? I don't really think we should. And these are the people that are trying to pass legislation in our country. Think about it for a second. People who will not see this bill go through are the ones creating it. That is what's wrong with old people nowadays. They think they know what's good for the generation. I can tell you, I've watched my brother that's younger than me, when he was like 5, run people over on the sidewalk with a sports car. Has he ever done that in IRL? No, not yet. But my point still stands. Just because you do it in a video game doesn't mean you mimic it, okay? I would like to point out, however, to their credit, that when I was younger, I used to play Skyrim a lot. And if you guys don't know, in Skyrim, it's one of those single player games where you can pause the game and you can save and basically just go do whatever you want and then reload your save as if it never happened. And I remember specifically when I was younger, and I stopped myself before, but I remember just being extremely angry at somebody, and I just thought in my head, like, maybe I could pause and just save the game, and then, you know what I'm talking about? But I never did it. But to their credit, I have thought about that once. But it's not destroying my mind or anything. That's also why one of my favorite movies is Click, because that is actually my picture perfect superpower. If I could ever have one, I would just love to have the click remote, because if you could pause time at any time, I think that would be the best thing ever. Like, imagine having the remote in the lunch line and the pizza lady only gives you one piece of pizza on pizza day, and you just use the remote and you pause time and you smack that bitch real quick, you grab yourself a slice of pizza, and then you dip ski, and then you unpause time, and all is well. No one ever knew what happened. But that's just all ideas. I did not try to implement that into real life from a video game. Adding on, and if I look tired, it's because I'm recording this the next day. But yeah, I don't see it passing because I feel like corporations would just like absolutely have a field day with that. And also the consumers, when they can't buy their sweet shark cards or they can't go online and, you know, go play Warzone because it's banned. Like, that also kind of reminds me of a topic I want to cover. It is like, you know how all the old people like hate the new technology and just don't understand it and think that it's the root of everybody's problems? I wonder if we're going to be like that when we're older. Like, when I'm 80, am I going to be blaming the full suit VR on why I lost feeling in my legs, or I went paralyzed, or I'm getting dementia because of the HD goggles in the I don't know. I feel like you hit some point in life where you just you cross this age and just you hit full boomer mind. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know, because I just can't see how anybody could like come to that conclusion that video games is causing people to do stuff like this. No, what's causing people to do stuff like this is they're growing up in poverty and they don't have a lot of money and they need to make ends meet, so they go and steal cars. That's exactly what's happening. So yeah, I don't want to get too political on my channel because I just don't want to get into all that, but that's going to be it for today's video. I'm going to go get a haircut because I'm looking pretty sticky, but yeah, make sure you leave a like if you liked it and dislike if you don't, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.